Welcome back to Ace-Educate. Today, we're diving into Chapter 2 of Class 10 History, the Pre-Modern World. We'll explore how ancient trade, travel, and cultural exchanges shaped the interconnected world we live in today. Let's get started. When we talk about globalization, we often think of the economic system that has developed in the last 50 years. However, the idea of a globally connected world has a much longer history. In this chapter, we will explore the different phases of how our interconnected world came to be. Throughout history, human societies have become more interlinked. Since ancient times, people like travelers, traders, priests, and pilgrims traveled vast distances seeking knowledge, opportunities, spiritual fulfillment, or to escape persecution. They carried with them goods, money, values, skills, ideas, inventions, and even diseases. For example, around 3000 BCE, the Indus Valley civilizations traded actively with regions in present-day West Asia. The Maldives cowries, small seashells used as currency, reached China and East Africa. The Silk Routes are an excellent example of early global trade and cultural links. These routes connected various parts of Asia, Europe, and Northern Africa. While the name Silk Routes highlights the trade of Chinese silk, many other goods like Chinese pottery, Indian and Southeast Asian textiles and spices, and European precious metals like gold and silver were also exchanged. Alongside trade, cultural exchanges occurred. Early Christian missionaries and Muslim preachers used these routes to spread their religions. Buddhism from Eastern India also spread through these routes. Food is a fascinating example of cultural exchange. Traders and travelers introduced new crops to different lands. For instance, noodles from China are believed to have traveled west to become spaghetti. Similarly, many foods we consume today, like potatoes, soya, groundnuts, maize, tomatoes, chilies, and sweet potatoes, were unknown to our ancestors until they were introduced from the Americas after Christopher Columbus discovered the continent. These foods significantly impacted diets, such as the potato in Europe, which improved nutrition and increased population. However, reliance on potatoes also led to disasters like the Irish potato famine in the mid-1840s, causing widespread starvation. The world became smaller in the 16th century when European sailors found sea routes to Asia and crossed the ocean to America. The Indian Ocean had long been a hub of trade, with goods, people, and knowledge moving across its waters. The Indian subcontinent played a central role in these exchanges. Before European contact, America had been isolated for millions of years. From the 16th century, American crops and minerals began transforming global trade and economies. Precious metals from Peru and Mexico enriched Europe and funded its trade with Asia. Myths about South America's wealth, like the City of Gold, El Dorado, spurred numerous expeditions. The Portuguese and Spanish conquered and colonized America by the mid-16th century. Their success was not just due to superior weapons, but also the germs they brought, like smallpox, which devastated the native populations. Until the 19th century, Europe faced widespread poverty, hunger, overcrowded cities, and deadly diseases. Religious conflicts and persecution drove many to flee to America. By the 18th century, African slaves worked on American plantations, producing goods like cotton and sugar for European markets. China and India were among the richest countries until the 18th century, dominating Asian trade. However, from the 15th century, China limited its overseas contacts and became more isolated. This shift, along with the rise of the Americas, moved the center of world trade westward, making Europe the new hub of global commerce. In summary, the pre-modern world was highly interconnected through trade, migration, cultural exchanges, and the spread of diseases. Understanding this history helps us appreciate the complex web of interactions that shape the world we live in today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more educational videos on Class 10 History. See you in the next video.